Hello there and welcome to this week's Media News with me, Gareth O'Connor. 2011 Comar Brunton Ad Impact Award finalists were announced. These are the 6 finalists. And we of course are in there with the 2 Degrees Mission Continues ad, which is great news. But I obviously just want to speak briefly about Ad Impact because of course it's part creative and part of course media strategy placement. And I just kind of wanted to look at this and highlight looking at the TV weight, because of course TV plays a major part in this. But I just wanted to look at the tarps that each of these 6 ads have bought for the campaigns. So Ice Bar 1,837, Paintball 1,185, Kit Kat 668, Toyota and Hilux Monkey ad 450, Whittaker's Swear by the Slab was 430, and for ourselves, we bought 370, which really goes to show, the power of the buy and the position and what shows to buy, and of course it's not all just weight. And of course we also did utilize Last in Real and Cinema, and of course push the ad across on Facebook. But the winner is going to be announced. The winner, should I say, is going to be announced this week. So we're keeping our fingers crossed for that. Big news again of last week. Instagram. Facebook decided to buy Instagram, the mobile app, photo taking and sharing platform or app. But Facebook bought it for $1 billion, which is huge. So it's a good week for the Instagram boys, in particular the 27-year-old founder and CEO, who's set to pocket $400 million. What a great week for him. And of course, most of the other 500 goes to investors, but another 100 million gets shared amongst the 12 employees. So a really good week for Instagram. Hopefully Facebook won't change the platform too much, but it should just open up the platform to more people. Here's a nice idea. Dunkin' Donuts. I mean, I've seen this sort of thing done before, but it's the first time I've seen it done on a bus. But Dunkin' Donuts, of course, not really known for their coffee. But they were doing a campaign to push their coffee, and they wanted to do something so that on buses they had, panel advertising on buses. They also had radio ads running on the buses, and as the radio ad ran, they also sprayed the smell of Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Kind of a nice idea, but obviously gets the senses going. But sales, the results were pretty fantastic. Whether we see this here or not, I'm not so sure, but I know here you don't get radio on buses, so may not happen here. This is also very nice little idea. Legoland in the UK wanted to obviously drive brand awareness and drive offers, and they wanted to do an outdoor campaign, but they decided to do it a little bit differently by creating thousands of little Lego billboards, which they scattered all over London. Kind of nice. But in places, of course, where people are going to see them, but all over the place. But really nice to even put some backlit ones up there, which is a nice touch. But a really nice little idea, and of course you could track all of this because they had, through Google Maps, they had a guide where they mapped out where all the sites were, and of course you could share these photos through Twitter using the special hashtag. Nice idea though. Skype currently looking for a fight. They're taking on Facebook and Twitter. I guess we've kind of lost the art of conversation, and when you look at young people may really have lost the art of conversation. But they're taking on, or trying to bring back the fact that, we are a race who should be talking and communicating one-on-one. Because certainly when you think of some things like Facebook, you wish people a happy birthday, and you probably just because Facebook told you to. Pick up a telephone, Skype them. Pick up the telephone, we're shouldn't I say that? Skype them. There's a few more of them, and of course Twitter, well, you can only say 140 words, but of course Twitter's real benefit is giving people a little snippet and taking them elsewhere. Some pearls of wisdom. So Lee Cloud from TBWA in Sydney, he was speaking at the 4A's Transformation Conference, and I just wanted to drop these pearls of wisdom to you. The company that most of your business magazines would say is a role model for everything from inventiveness to marketing genius, loved television commercials, loved billboards, loved print ads, loved the store filled with beautiful graphics. This is just a take really on how digital media and social media kind of surpassing traditional media, but of course you still need traditional media to drive social media conversations, or at least it certainly helps. I would submit that there are probably as much or more social media conversations about Apple than any brand would ever want. But they were created not by advertising people and marketing people trying to create social media conversations, Apple did brilliant things, and they were a genius, wonderful, lovable company that lots of people decided they wanted to connect with and talk about. You can't manufacture that kind of passion, so you might as well be authentic, because the audience is now really smart. And they're going to figure out what brands they want to spend time with, what brands they want to share with their friends, what brands for which they want to go and see that spot they just did on YouTube, or that film they just posted, or that trailer. People are going to figure out how to use this media, and the idea that we are going to manipulate them into using it the way we want to, I think is bullshit. And I completely and utterly agree. So the thing that he said that brands need to focus on is, so be a great brand and do beautiful, elegant advertising, and all this stuff will come. Which I have to say I must agree with, but certainly a lot of brands lose the importance of brand. Of course, the importance of brand running through the entire organisation, and the importance of just making good bloody product or providing a good bloody service. Vitally important. A sign of the times for you. I saw this article about how Americans are going to be using online during the Olympics. Now, some of this stuff is pretty box standard, no real surprises. 30% read articles, 15% use social media to read about the event, 22 will follow opening and closing ceremonies, 36 will follow scores, recaps, 46 will watch highlights, but the thing that got me is 50% will watch live events, which is quite amazing. You think 50, half of all people will watch live events on a computer as opposed to watching on a TV screen. Sign of the times, geo-targeted push notifications are coming to phones near you if you happen to be in the US, but hey, they could be here soon too. But it's a new service that combines personalizations, time and context. It's called Urban Airship. The CEO has said it's almost like a triple opt-in. What's interesting about this is that users who do are highly, highly relevant for those brands because they've opted in at almost 3 levels. Pretty impressive, right? Because you can obviously find out what people are interested in. And then, of course, you can target them as to where they actually are, be it location or context, shall we say. And then you can, of course, give them time-sensitive offers that appeal to them when they're in the locale. So, pretty cool. But he said that people who start trialing this have seen a 450% increase in daily app opens and a 30% increase in social sharing, which is pretty phenomenal. Another sign of the times for you. New York City have obviously really been pushing the boundaries and pushing the envelope in terms of making the city a completely connected city. But they've done something else, which is wonderful, of course, for local businesses. What they've done is they've mapped Manhattan, and they've, well, not just Manhattan actually, the 5 boroughs, but they've mapped 90,000 businesses against a map, and of course they've used logos so it's easier for tourists to understand who's what and who's who. But of course you can find them all on the map and you can click on them to find details of the stores, their opening hours, that sort of thing. Really nice idea, and I can imagine a lot of cities will follow. The iPad store is 2 years in. This map, lovely map, 4 million downloads, 4 million daily downloads. Black means they're not doing a lot, and of course red means they are doing a lot. But of course Australasia ourselves, we're somewhere in the middle, but amazing to see, 400 million downloads a day. And the kind of areas, of course, games are biggest, but when you look, pink is how many people are downloading free apps, and grey is how many free apps are available. So the kind of winners here, entertainment, there's more people downloading than there are free apps, is pretty good. News, of course, is good. Weather is good. But really, the thing is, if you want people to keep coming back to your apps, make it something of value. Keeps them coming back. Another stat for you, the Apple's iPhone and iPad app generated, in January, $5.4 million US every single day. Amazing. No wonder Apple has so much money. Social media. I saw this research. I've just done research. Pulse Group have done research of how brands are using social media. So they spoke to 329 North American executives. And they're kind of saying now that we're moving past the experimentation phase of social media into achieving tangible and measurable results and returns. And here are some things I wanted to let you know. 84% of contributors agreed that utilizing social media improved marketing and sales effectiveness. 81% reported that it boosted market share. 68% asserted that product or service quality had been enhanced due to this activity. 67% argued that brand or stock price values had climbed. 65% suggested innovation lead times had fallen. 69% of interviews believed that customers speaking out on social media increased sales. 67% said linking those two suppliers via this route raised their game. 54% thought it helped attract talent. 81% of the panel had found that social engagement offered tangible benefits, normally tied to project management, R&D, collaboration, efficiency gains, and making cost savings. So it's huge. If you're not playing in this field, you really should be. You can certainly speak to us, and we can certainly help you. But it really is an opportunity now to drive and push all brand measures with social media. Taking on a competition, kind of like Skype, but this has been done in a slightly different way. This is in the UK, Stella. Stella to obviously build on their premium credentials, not best tasting beer, but the premium credentials, use words like chalice. Who uses the word chalice? Exactly. So this is what Newcastle Brown Ale have done. To show their no bollocks approach to beer, they just make good beer. So they've hijacked wherever there's been Stella 12 billboards, they'll try and put their own next to it, and they've also taken to television and online.
These are the hands that brew Newcastle Brown Ale. It's these hands that sift through bushels of hops and choose the perfect barley. These are the hands that craft our signature combination of English pale and caramel malt. Why do we focus so much on our brewmaster's hands? Because she's not an attractive woman.
And that's also running online. And here's another little one for you.
This is the Geordie Schooner. It's a glass.
Nice. And this is the last thing from me. You may have seen this already, but I think this is quite amazing. But it's just obviously showing you the advances in technology. So these are Google Glasses, the heads-up display. Really cool.
Meet me in front of Strand Books at 2. Oh man, really? Hey there, guy. Hey there, little guy. Sweet. Remind me to buy tickets for Monsieur Gano tonight. Where's the music section? Oh, yes, this is it. Is Paul here yet? Huh. Hey, dude, how's it going?
Want to go check out that new place I was telling you about?
Sure.
This truck's really good.
Hey, just a second. Cool.
Good to see you again.
Thanks, man.
Got a new place, not that city.
See you, dude. Whoa, cool. Take a photo of this. Share it to my circles. Oh, I'm running late. Music, stop.
Hi, what's up?
Hey,
Hey.
you want to say something cool?
Yeah, sure. Is that a ukulele?
Yep. Okay, here goes.
That's beautiful.
And that's it from me, and I will see you next week.